There were so many cool sports movies in the 90s. If you were a sports fan and loved movies, you experienced a great decade. Whichever major sport you were into, you got a movie based on that particular one. If you enjoyed basketball, Space Jam. What about soccer? There was the Big Green. Can't forget about hockey, right? There's the Mighty Ducks, which turned into a trilogy. Baseball? Obviously the Sandlot. And if that wasn't enough, Rookie of the Year and Angels in the Outfield. And last but not least, football, as in the Little Giants. Oh yeah, and Little Big League and Surf Ninjas as an added bonus. But believe it or not, did you know that Little Giants was inspired by a McDonald's commercial that aired during the Super Bowl? Steven Spielberg saw it and loved it and got a team to develop it. He didn't write or direct, but his studio Amblin is attached. Pretty neat if you ask me. We see the town of Urbania, a small town with a nice community filled with nice people and a safe environment, everybody to have fun and have dreams of playing Pee-wee football. Kevin O'Shea wants to bring a Pee-wee state championship to Urbania. He picks the best kids at the tryout, but leaves behind all the ones that aren't good. His brother Danny isn't happy about that. He wants all of them to play, including his daughter Becky, so he decides to make his own football team, and whichever team wins gets to represent Urbania in Pee-wee football. Kevin makes me laugh throughout the whole movie. He takes this Pee-wee football stuff so seriously, and the whole town knows who he is. It's not like he played in the NFL. I mean, he was a star college football player and won multiple championships. He even has his own dealership themed after football. This guy certainly strokes a big ego, but it's so fun to watch. Like, look at this scene when he's teaching how to tackle in his living room. He gets so into it that he crashes through the window and falls down. Well, I guess that explains why he's a champion. He even has his own coaching assistant who always likes to talk trash and thinks Kevin is the best ever. He goes to their car wash just to talk smack, so they wet his whole car. I mean, Harold brought that onto himself, so can't blame anybody there. But it's hard not to like Kevin because you know he's not a bad guy. He has a family he takes care of, and he even gives Becky a speech that makes you like him. It seems like he's trying to make her quit playing football, but he's just being a good uncle to his niece. The kids who make up the Little Giants are all funny in their own way. You don't even need to know their names since they all have a trait that makes them stand out. We have Becky, who everybody calls the Icebox since she's the best player in town. The kid from the Nerf commercials.
And that's what I call service. Hey, if you don't have the Nerf arrow stone, you're just a target. Don't you get it? It's Nerf or nothing.
The chubby kid, the nerdy kid that helps out with the plays. You got the kid who has trouble catching the ball, the kicker who has a tough time making a goal. Well, this kid we know as Johnny just wants to spend time with his dad.
You can't pitch to Johnny. I'm Johnny.
And this kid who is just, I think, kind of crazy. Then of course, Spike. Now this kid I know is crazy. He doesn't even look like he belongs in Pee-wee football. Looks like he should skip to high school already. I mean, what kid talks like this?
Look, you berserko Barbie doll. When you mess with Spike, you mess with death.
No wonder Becky doesn't like him. When we get to the big game, the movie is only 15 minutes over an hour, so the last half is just a whole game that we have been building up to. I think that's really cool. It's not like just like 10 or 15 minutes of the end of the movie. It's a good chunk. As in all other sports movies that were named, they do awful in the beginning, but then make a dramatic comeback to win. But it's what you want to see. We want to see the Little Giants win. What I especially like a lot is the speech Danny gives them during halftime about one time. I think that's super inspirational. Everybody in their life has a time where we say there was that one time, and it's usually something funny or a big event that you're proud of. That's how Danny motivates them to win, since they may lose at other stuff in life, but they can always remember that one time they won a game. The whole ending with them winning makes you feel really good, almost like you want to see a sequel to see these kids again. Earlier in the movie, we saw Becky driving a go-kart. Maybe that can be a sequel where they all race with go-karts? Oh wait, never mind. Just a year after Little Giants was heavyweights and they had a go-kart race. But this is a football movie. We don't want to see go-kart racing. We want to see football again. But oh well, never mind about that. But hey, a football movie can't be complete without John Madden making an appearance.
That's kind of like a family, except you get to hit each other.